With Jamboree features over 150 exhibits and has antique trucks, super trucks, and of course new trucks. Nahant Marsh, full of nature and wildlife, but it wasn't always the case. It used to be a gun range, and all lead shots were polluting the environment. And the fight to save the area was not an easy one. The story tonight comes from Iowa Public Television's Scott Sipker and producer Chris Gorley.
Between 1969 and 1995, the Quad Cities Trap and Skeet Gun Club owned the marsh and used it as a shooting range. In 1994, reports of sick and dying waterfowl found at Nahant Marsh triggered a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service investigation.
I don't know if it was this gun club or the other one, but when we stepped into the meeting, they actually had taken a bowl of water and put a goldfish in it, and they filled the bottom with lead shot. And they were in my face saying, "What's wrong with lead shot in the water? This goldfish is doing just fine." And so it was not a smooth or easy transition for anybody. The emotions were high.
The investigation revealed that after 25 years of use as a shooting range, an estimated 240 tons of lead shot had accumulated in and around the marsh. The volume of lead shot was so high that it was impacting not only waterfowl, but a variety of animals that called the marsh home. Even the vegetation at the marsh was being adversely affected. Some of the deformities found in cattails left them looking more like a hand than a single finger.
When they were looking at, especially with the geese, the waterfowl, they were seeing that they were ingesting lead pellets and they were passing away due to lead toxicosis.
Just a single pellet of shot can lead to lead poisoning and is enough to even kill a bird. At Nahant Marsh, there were places where a handful of mud contained over 100 pellets of lead shot.
And that one thing led to another after that, and we were able to get the United States Environmental Protection Agency involved and actually qualify the site for a cleanup.
In 1996, Nahant Marsh was listed as an EPA Superfund site. The agency estimated the cost of cleaning 13 acres of the marsh, which would involve the removal of a layer of marsh bottom sediments and shoreline, at $2 million.
Some dispute the need. One columnist pointed out that only 4 poisoned geese have been identified. That's $500,000 a goose.
I don't feel the numbers of geese that are found is at an issue. You have an area that has the possibility of continually killing animals, and you have an area that also has human health risk.
In 1999, the EPA removed nearly 50,000 cubic yards of sediments taken from the bottom of the marsh and over 10,000 cubic yards of lead-contaminated soil. In total, 143 tons of lead were removed from Nahant Marsh.
Is it a wasteland or is it a wetland? And you always have those differences of opinions of how valuable these places are and what kind of value you placed on them. But I think the local folks here have done a really good job of highlighting the value of this, and based on the folks that come out here and enjoy it, I think it's been a positive thing.
Now tomorrow night, the future of the marsh, how future generations will get a chance to enjoy and help protect. Swing their